What happens when idealism meets realism? Can these two contrasting ideologies coexist, or do they inevitably clash? Today, we explore this through the lives and ideologies of two iconic Indian leaders, Jawaharlal Nehru and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. To understand the scope of our discussion, let's first unpack the concepts of idealism and realism. Idealism, in its simplest form, is about envisioning a world as it should be, often characterized by high ideals and principles. On the other hand, realism is the acceptance of the world as it is, often underlined by practical considerations and ground realities. Now let's introduce our two protagonists. First, Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of independent India, was a staunch idealist. Known for his eloquence and charm, Nehru was a visionary who dreamed of a modern, secular, and socialist India. His idealism was often reflected in his policies, which emphasized education, scientific progress, and social reform. Then we have Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, fondly known as the Iron Man of India. He was a realist through and through. As the first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Home Affairs, Patel was instrumental in the political integration of India post-independence. His realism came to the fore in his pragmatic approach to problem-solving and his unwavering commitment to national unity. These two leaders, despite their shared goal of an independent India, had contrasting viewpoints. Nehru's idealism often led him to envision grand plans for the future of India, while Patel's realism kept him grounded, focusing on the immediate challenges that the nation faced. As we delve deeper into their lives, we will uncover how these two leaders, with their starkly different ideologies, shaped the future of an independent India. Stay tuned as we journey through the fascinating era of Nehru's idealism and Patel's realism. Buckle up, because this is not just a history lesson, but a study in leadership, philosophy, and the art of nation building. Born into an affluent family, Jawaharlal Nehru was exposed to Western education and ideas from an early age. The first Prime Minister of independent India, Nehru was born in Allahabad in 1889 to Motilal Nehru, a prominent lawyer and a leader in the Indian National Congress. Nehru's upbringing was a unique blend of traditional Indian culture and progressive Western education. He was homeschooled until the age of 15, after which he pursued higher education in England at Harrow School and later at Trinity College, Cambridge. This exposure to Western ideas had a profound influence on his political and social ideologies, shaping him into a staunch advocate of secularism, democracy, and scientific temperament. Nehru's political awakening began during his time in England, where he was deeply influenced by the liberal, democratic, and secular ideals of the West. He envisioned an India that was not just free from colonial rule, but also progressive, inclusive, and forward-looking. And as a student of the natural sciences, Nehru developed a deep appreciation for scientific inquiry and rational thought, which he passionately advocated for in his vision of a modern India. Upon his return to India, Nehru joined the Indian National Congress and became a central figure in India's struggle for independence. He worked closely with Mahatma Gandhi and was an ardent supporter of his non-violent resistance movement. Nehru's political philosophy was rooted in his unwavering belief in secularism and democracy. He championed the cause of the common man and believed that the path to India's progress lay in education, industrialization, and science. Nehru's idealistic vision was not without its critics. Many believed his policies were too westernized and not grounded in the realities of a diverse and complex nation like India. But Nehru remained steadfast in his beliefs, arguing that progress and modernity were universal concepts, not just Western constructs. Nehru's idealistic vision laid the groundwork for a modern, democratic India. His legacy continues to shape the nation's political and social landscape, reflecting the enduring relevance of his ideals and the profound impact of his leadership. Unlike Nehru, Sardar Patel came from a humble background, and his ideologies were deeply rooted in realism and pragmatism. Born into a family of farmers in Gujarat, Vallabhbhai Patel's early life was far from comfortable. He grew up in a modest household where he learned the importance of hard work, resilience, and self-reliance. These experiences shaped his worldview and laid the groundwork for his political beliefs. Patel's childhood was marked by a relentless pursuit of knowledge. Despite the lack of formal education, he studied law in England, topping his class at the Middle Temple. His dedication and determination showed early signs of his pragmatic approach to life. Upon his return to India, Patel's legal career took a back seat as he plunged into the freedom struggle. He was deeply influenced by Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy of non-violent resistance. But unlike Gandhi, Patel was a realist. He believed in the power of unity and saw it as the only way to bring about change. His pragmatism was evident in his belief in a strong central authority. He understood the complexities of India's diversity and believed that only a strong center could hold the nation together. This belief led to his pivotal role in the integration of the princely states. Patel's ideologies were also shaped by his experiences during the partition. The violence and displacement strengthened his resolve for a united India. His realism allowed him to foresee the challenges of integration, but it was his pragmatic approach that enabled him to navigate these challenges and achieve his goal. In his political career, Patel was often seen as a man of action. His ability to make tough decisions, even when they were unpopular, set him apart. He was a leader who believed in doing what was necessary, not what was easy. Patel's ideologies were not just beliefs, they were a reflection of his experiences. His life was a testament to his values, unity, pragmatism, and a strong central authority. Patel's realism and pragmatic approach played a crucial role in unifying the diverse princely states into one nation. His ideologies continue to inspire leaders and citizens alike, reminding us of the importance of unity and diversity, the power of pragmatism, and the need for robust central authority. Though both leaders worked towards the common goal of an independent India, their contrasting ideologies often led to disagreements. Let's delve into the instances where Jawaharlal Nehru's idealism crossed swords with Sardar Patel's realism. Nehru, a man of dreams and visions, believed in a scientific, socialist, and secular India. He was an ardent supporter of the non-aligned movement, a stance that emphasized neutrality in the Cold War power play. He dreamed of an India that would neither bow to the West nor to the East. On the other hand, Sardar Patel, the Iron Man of India, was a pragmatic realist. He believed in a robust administrative system, a strong military, and the unification of India. He didn't hesitate to use force when it was necessary for the greater good. His approach to handling the princely states during the partition of India is a classic example of his realist ideology. The clash of these ideologies was evident in many instances. For instance, during the drafting of the Indian Constitution, while Nehru wanted a more socialist and progressive document, Patel argued for a more practical and realistic constitution that considered India's diverse culture, history, and socio-economic conditions. Another instance was during the Kashmir issue. Nehru, with his idealistic approach, took the matter to the United Nations, hoping for a peaceful resolution, while Patel believed in a more direct approach, advocating for decisive military action. These disagreements, while they were heated and intense, shaped India's policies and future. They led to a balanced approach, blending Nehru's vision of a modern, progressive India with Patel's practical strategies for a unified, strong nation. Both ideologies were crucial in navigating the newly independent India through the choppy waters of post-colonial challenges. Despite their differences, both leaders respected each other and acknowledged the importance of their contrasting ideologies. Their mutual respect and recognition of the necessity of having diverse perspectives continues to be a lesson for modern leadership. In the grand tapestry of India's independence, The threads of Nehru's idealism and Patel's realism are intricately woven together. Both these ideologies have left an indelible mark on the nation and continue to influence its trajectory. Nehru's idealism, steeped in his belief in democratic socialism, envisaged India as a secular, inclusive nation that champions the cause of the downtrodden. His policies, aimed at social reform and economic self-sufficiency, set the foundation for India's development, albeit at a slow pace. Nehru's emphasis on education and science significantly contributed to India's technological advancements, from the establishment of the IITs to the birth of India's space program. On the flip side, Nehru's idealistic approach often lacked the pragmatic touch needed in a nascent democracy. His economic policies, while well-intentioned, led to a sluggish economy marked by a license permit quota system that stifled entrepreneurship and innovation. The absence of realpolitik in his foreign policy resulted in strategic blunders, the repercussions of which India continues to grapple with today. Meanwhile, Patel's realism was rooted in his understanding of the ground realities of a diverse and fragmented India. Known as the Iron Man of India, Patel's pragmatic approach led to the successful integration of over 500 princely states into the Indian Union, a feat that was crucial to the formation of modern India. His firm stance on law and order and his belief in a strong, centralized government continue to shape India's political landscape. However, Patel's realism, while effective, often sidelined the social and economic reforms that were integral to Nehru's vision. His focus on consolidation and unity sometimes overshadowed the need for inclusivity and social justice. As we reflect on the contributions of these two stalwarts, we realize that the dance between idealism and realism continues to shape our world today. On that note, do like, share, and subscribe for more such insightful content.